Let's make restaurant-style 炒面 at home. Instead of pre-boiling the noodles, we mix our noodles with sesame oil and steam for 5 minutes. Then use smoking hot oil to fry the eggs for 30 seconds. Add vegetables, fry for 1 minute. Add steamed noodles, fry for 1 minute. Add sauce, fry for 1 minute. Use high heat all the time. I call it golden 4 minutes. You know what? You can tell your boss you are ready to open a restaurant anytime.
War eine harte Überfahrt, 10 Wochen nur das Deck geschrubbt. In den Booten waren Männer und Frauen, ihre Leiber glänzten in der Sonne. Und sie sangen ein Lied, das kam mir seltsam bekannt vor, aber so hab ich's noch nie gehört. So hab ich's noch nie gehört.
Stop the video when you get too lazy to make it. Cut some cabbage, boil 2 eggs, make anchovy and kelp stock. No, just boil some hot water. Add rice cakes, fish sausage, and the sauce. White part of 2 green onions, 2 eggs, and cabbage. And lastly, green part of green onions. Congratulations, you made it! Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. A secret menu just for you. Melt a 3rd cup of cheese. Put a soda on top. It's 1 sausage, 1 rice cake on a skewer, so it's called soda. Not sure if I said it right. It's delicious. 2 potatoes. Cut or shred into shreds. Add half cup of flour. Do not add anything else, otherwise it won't be crispy. Put half of the potato shreds into an 8-inch pan. Press with chopsticks, not your fingers. 5 minutes later, pour the hot oil out. Then flip it with a plate. Oh my god, Miss you so smart. Put the oil and the potato cake back. Medium heat for 5 more minutes. More side effect. When you eat this cake, your roommate can 100% hear you. Bubble potato pillows with cheese on top. 3 potatoes, cut a circle. Boil for 30 minutes until they turn soft. Go through iced water, then garlic press, rice flour, cornstarch, salt and pepper. Knead the dough until smooth. It should be a very dry dough, blow and cut. You can use a fork to press some pattern. You can put cheese on the top. Thousands of you suggested cheese inside. And these are made by flour. Spray oil on half of them. This time air fried. No difference between flour and rice flour. My favorite one is...
Hi, it's me, Mr. He, who's going to have potato chips tonight. Never mind, she steamed them. She makes the best mashed potatoes with salt, pepper, and cornstarch. Wait, what's cornstarch doing here? Yahoo! A leftover bottle. She must be making some potato smoothie. Look at her. She decided to deep fry my smoothie. I never know what my wife is cooking.
Open the head and take out the seed. Just kidding, don't you waste your pumpkin seeds. Blow them until dry. Add salt, 5 spice powder, and olive oil. Bake at 370 degrees for 15 minutes. Now let me teach you how to eat pumpkin seeds like a pro. Take out my Dreamy L10 Pro vacuum and mopping robot. It's so smooth, silent, and powerful. With its 3D imaging technique, it goes so smooth and will never bump into us. Insert the water tank to mop the floor. I did not realize Jimbo lost so much hair. Today, my pickles are 1 week old. Let me teach you how to make yours. Set a fire in a pickle jar to see if it can be tightly sealed. Wash and dry the jar. Add cabbages, small red radishes, celeries, ginger, daikon, carrots, and garlics. You can secretly buy a small bottle of pickled peppers. It can kickstart the fermentation process. Then add spices and rock candies. Tuck the jar with a bundle of cilantro and green onions. Add pickling salt to bottled water at a ratio of 6%. Fill the jar with salted water. Finish with some vodka. Mom, we never drink that. Seal with water. Ferment under room temperature. Mini egg tofu bento. Cut an egg tofu into halves. Then cut into some thick pieces. Cut a nori sheet into strips. Wrap each egg tofu with nori. It's safe to serve them raw. Based on Mr. He's recent performance, I don't mind coating them with cornstarch. Pan fry both sides until slightly golden. Make a simple sauce with honey, soy sauce, cooking oil, and water. Thicken the sauce. Add some extra cuteness. Mr. He and I have a handsome,
Smart,
hardworking,
kind,
generous
humorous
grandpa who's proud to be a supporter for healthcare research institutions.
such as Mayo Clinic.
Yes, he loves Mayo Clinic. He drives cool cars, boats, and
And airplanes.
it's his 95th birthday. Let's send him some homemade fortune cookies with lots of loves and blessings. We mix the egg whites, butter, milk, sugar, flour, and cornstarch. Bake and fold them quickly while they're still super hot.
What's that?
You can also make a marshmallow filling if you have a sweet grandpa.
Just like us.
Ours. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Grandpa! Too much air in the house? Let's make bamboo shrimps. Mix cornstarch, baking powder, potato starch with 3 egg whites and 1 tablespoon of water. Mix well. Add in oil. Mix until it looks like yogurt. Marinate the small pink shrimps with ginger, salt, and white pepper. You can also use bigger shrimps if you want to eat more air. Test the oil temperature like this. Deep fry over medium heat until they turn into golden bubbles. Double fry to prevent from shrinking. Sprinkle some Dano's seasoning over the top. No other seasonings needed. Or you can fill it up with mayonnaise. Crispy outside, creamy inside. The air tastes fantastic. Too much air in the house? Let's make bamboo shrimps. Mix cornstarch, baking powder, potato starch with 3 egg whites and 1 tablespoon of water. Mix well. Add in oil. Mix until it looks like yogurt. Marinate the small pink shrimps with ginger, salt, and white pepper. You can also use bigger shrimps if you want to eat more air. Test the oil temperature like this. Deep fry over medium heat until they turn into golden bubbles. Double fry to prevent from shrinking. Sprinkle some Dano's seasoning over the top. No other seasonings needed. Or you can fill it up with mayonnaise. Crispy outside, creamy inside. The air tastes fantastic. Chicken thighs need to be soaked in milk for 1 hour and 60 minutes. Season with salt, pepper, cumin, chili pepper, and soy sauce. And how's my new dress? Thank you. 2 hours later, drain the milk. Add 1 egg and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. For the powder, I'll use the crispy fried chicken blending. Add some salt and pepper. If you can't find that fancy powder, just use breadcrumbs. Air fry at 355 degrees for 30 minutes. I also baked the 1 piece at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. They both worked with air-fried ones slightly crispier. How often do you have leftover egg yolks with half cup of salt and half cup of flour? You can easily turn them into salted egg yolks. Leave them under room temperature for 2 days. Now you can dig them out. Wash in cold water. First, you can use them to show off. Then you can add them to your salad, ice cream, chicken wings, or 80% of Chinese dish. What am I making now? I'm trying to make some oil-free salted egg yolk potato chips. I steamed 1 potato with 3 salted egg yolks, seasoned with salt, pepper, and paprika. Baked them until crispy. They look nice, smell nice. Taste. Who wants some bread? This is the softest bread you can make at home. We cup yeast with milk, roughly mix with bread flour. It looks like a cauliflower. Keep in the fridge overnight. Day 2. Mix flour, sugar, milk powder, salt, heavy whipping cream, egg white, and the dough we made yesterday with a stand mixer. Mix with medium speed. About 15 minutes later, add softened butter. Keep mixing for about half hour until you're able to stretch it into a thin and translucent membrane. Ferment the dough under room temperature for 1 hour. Then cut the dough into 3 pieces and roll them into 3 balls. Rest them for 15 minutes. Use a pin roller to roll each dough into a tongue shape. Then roll it up. Cover them with a food wrap. Allow them to rest for 15 more minutes. And repeat the previous step 1 more time. Hold on guys, we're almost there. Put them in a loaf pan. Ferment in the oven with hot water on the side for 1 hour. Then brush egg yolk on the surface. Finally, bake it. This is the longest recipe I have ever made. Mr. He said nobody is going to watch till the end. So, are you still here? Bunny buns. Easter bento. Dissolve yeast in pink milk. Add the milk to flour. Knead the dough for 10 minutes. Then make a white dough. Cut each dough into 6½ portions. To make a bun, you press, fold, spin. Repeat until the dough gets smooth. Put them in a container. Make strawberry leaves like this. You can also make strawberry seeds, bunny ears, and bunny bowknot. Draw their face with an edible marker. Ah, so cute! Hope they still look good after steamed. I slow cooked some beef curry stew on the bottom, steamed the bunny buns on the top. Yes, perfect! Find the recipe in comment. Japanese fried chicken. Recipe from my cute Japanese neighbor. Cut chicken legs into bite size. Chop or blend ginger, garlic, and onion. Put them into a bag. Then add cooking wine, sesame oil, soy sauce, sugar, and salt. Close the bag. Massage for 3 minutes. Keep in the fridge for 1 hour. Coat the chicken with sweet potato starch. Deep fry at 325 degrees for 3 minutes. Then cool them on a rack for 4 minutes. Deep fry at 375 degrees for 1 more minute. Get out to run for 1 hour before you eat this. Let's make crispy and juicy pork belly. Boil with ginger and green onions for 20 minutes. Use a fork to poke 88 holes. Make some cuts on the meat side. Do not cut through the skin. Make a simple marinade sauce with Danos seasoning, which is always fantastic. Mix with sugar, soy sauce, and sesame oil. Massage over the pork belly. Marinate from 2 hours to overnight. Then wipe off the seasoning, wrap with foil paper, brush with white vinegar, and cover with kosher salt. Bake for 30 minutes. Remove the salt and brush with white vinegar for 1 more time. Bake on a rack for 20 more minutes. When you have no appetite. it's time to make some cucumber salad. Thinly slice a cucumber with 2 chopsticks on the bottom so you don't cut through. Turn it upside down. Make thin slices at an angle about 45 degrees. Now you are a cucumber master. Marinate with 3 tablespoons of sugar for 1 hour. Drain the cucumber water. You can use it to make a refreshing cucumber drink. Add garlic, chili pepper, soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, and a pinch of salt. Mix well. Keep in the fridge. Take out to enjoy with porridge. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's also Mr. He's birthday. Jimbo and I got up early to make him long life noodles. Shh. Silly daddy's silly cat. Mix flour, salt, and water. Knead the dough for 5 minutes until smooth. Rest for half hour. Actually, I should say long life noodle instead of long life noodles, because there will be only 1 noodle representing Mr. His long and happy life. Stretch the noodle from one end to the other. Repeat for 3 or 4 times. Soak the noodle in oil until you are ready to cook them. Stretch the noodle for one last time as you throw it to the pot. Yes, I made it. Happy birthday, and I love you. Live longer for me. It's my first time making tacos because somebody said he's bored of Asian food.
No, I said we can try something new.
Okay. Is this how you prepare taco shells? Cut an extra juicy lemon, squeeze into juice. Chop 4 tomatoes, 2 jalapenos, a little bit of sweet onion, a lot of cilantros. Mix well with lemon juice and salt. Pan fry 2 pounds of grounded beef. Scoop out the grease and chop the onions. Pick a flavor from Dano's seasonings. I will use hot chipotle today. It makes my tacos fantastic. My taco has lettuce, beef, cheese, salsa, and Mr. E's favorite, guacamole. 1 to 10. Is it authentic? Mr. E cut my hair yesterday. How do I look today? Thank you. Let's make him a strawberry boba drink. Add smashed strawberry and sugar into a cat. A pot. Stir until boil. Add half of the tapioca starch. Roughly mix. Then turn off the heat. Add the rest. I know it looks dry. Knead the dough for 3 minutes. It will turn very smooth. You can roll it long. Roll it into a finger. Cut and roll them into bobas. Boil for 20 minutes. Then go through iced water to make them more chewy. I like to have strawberry bobas with strawberry jam, oat milk, matcha, and ice cream. It's 3 in the morning. I'm hungry. I'm covering for chocolate cake. 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of sugar. Shh, don't wake your daddy up. Never mind. Mel sleep like a log. I'm so jealous. Mix in cake flour, cocoa powder, and melted butter. Bake at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Get a piece of dark chocolate. If it's broken, save it for Mr. Heath. We deserve a perfect chocolate. Bake for 2 more minutes. Detailed recipe on my blog. Hurry up, it's our movie night. We are going to watch Demon Slayer and have some Chinese barbecue with it. Grill any meat, vegetables, or math homework you like. As long as you have my secret sauce, your math homework is going to taste good. Besides the sauce, you will need a smokeless, colorful, non-stick, easy to clean indoor grill, which is perfect for party. That is a Cusimax electric grill. The side vent sucks the smoke down to a water tray, so I still smell good for our movie night after all these cookings. Do you want to join us? Let's make some matcha ice cream mochi with rice. Mix sweet rice, butter, and sugar. Pound the rice for 2000 times. I need some help. Thank you. Sprinkle some cooked cornstarch. Knead the dough until you get too hungry. Cut into 8 portions. Roll into a skin. It's not as smooth as glutinous rice flour mochi, but it's much easier to make. And this skin has a very special chewy texture. Mr. He bought me my favorite matcha ice cream. How about orange chicken?
No!
Orange token.
Nice.
Firm tofu break into pieces. Spread oil, air fry at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Now they look very healthy. Make a sauce with orange, ginger and garlic, sugar, soy sauce and vinegar. Bring to a boil, then add cornstarch water to thicken the sauce. Turn off the heat, add the fried tofu, sesame seeds and orange zest. Shh, don't tell Panda. Nice weather, let's make some snacks. Cut 2 apples into thin slices. Soak in salt water and dry with paper towel. Put them in an air fryer. Mine is from Joyoung. Select dehydrate and turn on the light. I love to peek through this observation window. It's working so quietly. Next one, cut crab sticks into coin size. Put them on a parchment paper and spray some oil. That's it. No other seasoning is needed. Air fry at 355 degrees for 30 minutes. Last one, mix corn, egg, sugar, cornstarch, and oil. Pour it into Joyoung air fryer and select a vegetable mold. Enjoy and stay healthy. Dong 5-minute microwave mashed tofu egg. Mr. He told me he had a cute Japanese co-worker who only brought an egg and half tofu for lunch. Huh, interesting. What do you mean by cute? And this dish is illegally easy. Everybody knows how to make it. Mix egg, tofu, and crab sticks. Microwave for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, make a simple sauce with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, mirror and water, and half teaspoon of cornstarch. Microwave for 30 seconds. Flip the egg tofu on a plate. Add the sauce and food makeups. Too easy. Who wants a mochi? How about a chocolate mochi with boba inside? Mix sugar, cocoa powder, glutinous rice flour, cornstarch and milk. Steam over high heat for 30 minutes. While it's hot, mix in some butter. Knead the dough until you can pour it as long as your cat. Sorry, pour it as long as your 6-layer luxury, stylish, fancy cat treat from Castaway. Cut the dough into 6 portions. Haha, bubble. Make a skin, put it on a ladle. Fill with chocolate cream, chocolate sauce, and bobas. Wrap it up like a baozi. Cut off the extra skin. Gently flip it over. Kimbap tastes better in a potato chip box. First, make a 100% egg pancake with eggs. Then, fry shredded carrots until soft. Season with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Fry 3 handfuls of baby spinach. Roll up the pancake. Cut into thin slices. Add sesame oil, salt, and sesame seeds to cook the rice and mix well. Put a plastic food wrap under sushi nori. Put a layer of rice. Press firmly. Add pickled radish, sausage, carrots, egg, spinach, and one more layer of rice. Dip some water on the edge, seal it up, flip and ta-da, kimbap. This will be my lunch. This is Mr. He's lunch. Here's my homemade crunchy pickled radish. A large radish, peel off the skin. Cut it as long as your container. Then cut the radish into half-inch wide strips. You can cut the rest into half-moon shapes. Massage with 1 tablespoon of salt. Marinate for half hour. Meanwhile, make a broth with turmeric powder, sugar, salt, and water. Turn off the heat. Add rice vinegar. Set aside. The radish has released some bitter water. Rinse off the salt with potable water. Now we have some very flexible radish. Put the radish in clean containers. Pour the broth over the radish. Wait until they cool down. Keep in the fridge overnight. Sweet and spicy garlic potato cubes. 3 potatoes cut into 1-inch cubes. Then boil for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we can make the sauce. Add minced garlic, chili pepper powder, gochujang, honey, ketchup, soy sauce, cold water, and sesame seeds. Mix well. Transfer the potatoes out. They are soft outside and hard inside, just like us. Add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to mix well. Use medium heat to pan fry each side until golden brown. Add golden potato cubes to the sauce and mix well. Every Chinese makes tomato and egg stir-fry differently, so there are 1.402 billion methods to make this dish. In my recipe, I remove the tomato skins, cause I don't want to see them tomorrow. Add half teaspoon of salt to 4 eggs. Stir-fry over high heat until half-cooked. Garlics and green onions are optional. Tomatoes are must-have. Now add salt, soy sauce, ketchup, and sugar. Go for 1 minute. Then add the eggs. Mix well. Then add food makeups. Tomatoes and eggs are always good together.
Just like us.
Who wants some berry tiramisu? I call it berramisu. Actually, I'm going to talk. Blend fresh or frozen strawberries into juice. Add sugar and boil until thicken. Turn off the heat and add more berries. For the filling, I simply mix the mascarpone, sugar, and cream. It's easier and safer to skip raw eggs. He won't be able to tell the difference anyway. Dip ladyfingers in coffee or strawberry milk. Spread the cream over ladyfingers. And repeat 1 more time. Keep in the fridge for at least 4 hours. Pour the berry compote on the top. I'll add more berries for you. It's so hard to prepare Valentine's Day gifts for men. Basically, they don't want anything.
I want an NFT, a PS5, a new computer, and a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, he said he wants a love bento. Then I can easily make one with a Biden multifunctional steamer. I steam the meat and vegetables over rice. Put red foods in the middle. Put other colorful foods around the heart. Pack sauce and edible stickers. Red beans symbolize love in China. This steamer is also a slow cooker, so I made him a red bean soup with 1 click. Now, do you still think that? Who wants a mochi? How about a pink mochi made with real strawberries? Blend the strawberry, milk, and sugar into juice. Mix with glutinous rice flour and cornstarch. Cover with a plastic wrap. Poke some holes and microwave for 4 minutes. While it's still hot, rub in some butter or coconut oil. Knead the dough until you can pull it as long as your cat. See, I made a bubble.
Poke it.
Apply some cooked glutinous rice flour. Cut the dough into 8 portions. Fill with whipped cream and homemade strawberry jam. Wrap it up and keep in the freezer for at least 20 minutes. Here comes my coffee table from Costaway. Very pretty and good timing for my afternoon tea. An hour ago, I borrowed a fish from a cat. I wanted to make a peacock fish like this, but the fish I borrowed had the strongest bones on this planet. I ended up getting this. I marinated the fish, set myself on the floor, and planned to throw a 20-minute tantrum. Meanwhile, Mr. He went home. He settled me on the couch, put Jimbo on my lap, and took over my messy kitchen. Mr. He said he never had a red fish before, and whoever cut the fish did a great job. Ha, it's me. We can't always do things perfectly. Thank God we don't have to be perfect to be loved. People who love you will always be here to support, back you up. Hit a like and leave a comment on your worst days. And of course, on Lunar backup.
On Lunar New Year's Eve.
That Mr. He got me mad by eating my masterpiece handmade flour. Haha, finally I got a chance to make him a stinky bento. Put some butter on the onion and garlics. Season with salt and pepper. That's my last mercy for him. Decorate with a cockroach salted plum and some anglerfish eggs. I also packed some chocolate croissant. Those are for his co-workers, not for Mr. He. Smells so bad. Perfect. It's going to be Chinese New Year. Remember to eat some mandarin oranges for good luck and wealth. And eat a steamed bun, who has a meaning of being thriving. To make sure we are lucky, wealthy, and thriving next year, I'm going to make some mandarin orange buns. I steamed some carrots, pureed them, mixed with flour to get a large orange dough. I also made a white smaller dough to mimic the white part of the orange peel, so that we can peel the buns when we eat them, just like eating an orange. Steam for 20 minutes. Decorate with some real orange leaves. We will also eat 8 treasures rice, shao mai dumplings, soup and dessert. Happy Chinese New Year! Cabbage is so underrated. We don't even wash it. Slice half cabbage, scramble 3 eggs, heat up oil, put in garlic, carrots, and a lot of cabbage. Cover the lid for 3 minutes until they turn soft. Add in soaked glass noodles, oyster oil, soy sauce, sugar, salt, and vinegar. And don't forget the eggs. Mr. He and I loved this street food. We used to eat this every day after school. Of course, our parents didn't know that. Banana, peel, toothpicks, cut. Add some cornstarch in oat milk. Dip in oat milk, breadcrumbs, oat milk breadcrumbs. Traditionally, we use eggs so that they look like golden ingots. The oat milk ones are like silver ingots. It's a lucky dessert to have during Chinese New Year. Or you can do an air fryer oil-free healthy version. I'm not sure if healthy ones are lucky. I'll have Mr. He test it out for you.
This hack is for you girls. If you are going through the time of the month, simply mix tapioca starch and milk on low heat. Warm up a can of original cola and add it to the dough. It tastes like sweet silky milk, just what you need to feel better. Enjoy.
I want you to know that I'm never leaving, 'cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for all seasons. So come on, let's go. Let's go below zero.
A scrumptious, fancy-looking dessert that looks like you spent hours baking it, but really just took a few ingredients and a few simple steps to make. Start with some pre-made sugar cookie dough. You can certainly make it from scratch, but I'm going for simple here. And using a muffin pan, you want to stick your thumb in to create this cup shape, kind of like pottery class, and it doesn't have to be perfect because the cookies will come out soft, so you can kind of remold it after they bake as well. Then add a scoop of filling, which is just a cream cheese frosting Greek yogurt mixture. It is so good. Let me know if you want the full recipe for it. Top it with fresh fruit and you've got a cute fruit tart.
Here's how you can make edible chocolate chip cookie dough. Since raw flour has the potential to contain E. coli, you need to heat treat the flour before you can use it. We did a big batch of 3 cups of flour, then baked at 350 for about 7 minutes. After it comes out of the oven, check the temperature to make sure it's above 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Your flour needs to cool completely before you make the dough. In a large bowl, cream together unsalted butter with brown sugar and a little salt using an electric mixer. If you don't have an electric mixer, that's okay, your arm just might get a bit of a workout. Next add vanilla extract followed by a little bit of milk. Then whip again until it's light and fluffy. Now it's time to add 1 cup of heat-treated flour a couple tablespoons at a time and mixing in between. It's a good idea to sift the flour before you add it because the heat treating process can form lumps. Finally, pour in your chocolate chips and use a rubber spatula to stir it in. You can easily cut this recipe in half for a smaller portion or save the extra in the fridge for up to 3 days.
You've never been to heaven, have you? Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Hold on, 'cause baby, I might just give you a bite of your sweetest pie. Ooh, baby, we can go fast. I'll drive and you just lay back. I got the flavor, the last, yeah, the sweetest pie. I might take you home with us. I might give you all of it. Come get your dose of the sweetest pie. Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Hold on, 'cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie. Baby, I'm the sweetest. Pussy is the meanest. Hot girl shit, but I'm cold every season. No, he got that pipe, let him bust it till it's leak. Yeah, booty like a pillow, he can use it while he sleep.
चलता है कि नहीं तुझे चलता है कि मैं तेरे पीछे पीछे आके घूमूं फिरूं नाचूं गाऊं या तुझसे मैं नजरें मिलाऊं फर्क पड़ता है कि नहीं बता के मेरा पीछे आना तुझे चलता है कि नहीं मेरे दोस्तों का सताना तुझे चलता है कि नहीं चलता है कि तुझको मेरा पास आके दूर जाना पड़ता है कि नहीं मेरे घर के रास्ते में जो थिएटर है उस पे ले जाऊंगा 2 कॉर्नर की टिकट ले आऊंगा तुझे शाहरुख की पिक्चर दिखाऊंगा चांदनी चौक के पराठे खिला के तुझे ऊपर से बटर लगाऊंगा हाँ ऊपर से बटर लगाऊंगा हाँ हाँ फिर तू खेलेगी क्या हाँ 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 নিয়ামতের শুকরিয়া কেমনে আদায় করি তাই বারে বারে ওই কদমে লুটিয়ে পড়ি তাই বারে বারে ওই কদমে লুটিয়ে পড়ি তার নিয়ামতের শুকরিয়া কেমনে আদায় করি তাই বারে বারে ওই কদমে লুটিয়ে পড়ি তাই বারে বারে ওই কদমে লুটিয়ে পড়ি যায় যেদিকে এই দুটি চোখ দেখি মহিমা তার নিয়ামতের এই জগতে হয় না উপমা যায় যেদিকে এই দুটি চোখ দেখি মহিমা তার নিয়ামতের এই জগতে হয় না উপমা তাই দমে দমে এই জবানে সেই
Who wants a mochi? How about a pink mochi made with real strawberries? Blend the strawberry, milk and sugar into juice. Mix with glutinous rice flour and cornstarch. Cover with a plastic wrap. Poke some holes and microwave for 4 minutes. While it's still hot, rub in some butter or coconut oil. Knead the dough until you can pull it as long as your cat. See, I made a bubble.
Poke it.
Apply some cooked glutinous rice flour. Cut the dough into 8 portions. Fill with whipped cream and homemade strawberry jam. Wrap it up and keep in the freezer for at least 20 minutes. Here comes my coffee table from Costaway. Very pretty and good timing for my afternoon tea. Let's make some white strawberry, white chocolate, snow skin mooncakes. Not for you. They are for my new neighbors. I used the white chocolate to substitute butter and sugar in the traditional snow skin mooncake filling. Both the texture and the taste turned out perfect. Then make the snow skin. This year I'm going to make my mooncakes green and white. I will say go green, and if my neighbors don't say go white, they can't have my mooncakes. Hehe, just kidding. But I will write your name on my notebook and make you every mooncakes next year. This is how to make a boba river basque cheesecake. Soften cream cheese at room temperature for half hour until it feels like toothpaste. Use a hand mixer to mix for 1 minute. Adding sugar, mix until it's smooth like butter. Okay, that's an old song. Now adding 3 room temperature eggs one by one. Every time you add in an egg, mix with the lowest speed of your hand mixer for 30 seconds. Did you notice this egg on my left hand never breaks? That was a very tough egg, and I took its yolk. Then adding vanilla extract, having whipping cream and cornstarch to mix well. While you think you made a cake, actually your hand mixer did 90% of the job. Align a 6-inch cheesecake pan with parchment paper. Pour in the mixture. Bake at the top level of the oven for 28 minutes. It's jiggly wiggly while it's hot. Hide it from your roommate and yourself. Keep it in the fridge overnight. Did you know that the centerpiece of the cake and watermelon is poisoning to men, but girls can always eat them for you? Last step, pour heavy whipping cream into the whole, top with brown sugar boba, which I just made in last video. So, air fryer bubble tea. Mix black tea, sugar and water at a ratio of 1:1:1. Then air fry at 380 degrees for 5 minutes until there are some caramelized bubbles. Add 3 cups of milk or soy milk. Air fry for 10 more minutes. In this way, our milk tea will have a caramel taste with a strong tea flavor. Filter out the tea leaves. Directly pour over ice cubes. Enjoy with our homemade brown sugar boba. How to make perfect bubble tea? I bet you have been looking for this video for 20 years. After making shit like a bubble like this, and this, finally I can show you my 99% success method. Bring brown sugar water and avocado to a crazily boil. Add 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch. Stir with a spatula until thickened. Turn off the heat. Add the rest of the tapioca starch. Roughly mix. Then transfer out. Knead the dough for 2.5 minutes until it turns smooth. Roll it into a pancake. Cut into cubes. Then roll into bobas. The rolling step only took me 3 minutes.
Yeah, took me 1 hour.
Boil with water for 20 minutes. Go through iced water. Then boil with brown sugar water for 5 more minutes. Move the boba along the sides of the glass. This is what we call dirty boba. And the next video shows you how to make the creamy milk tea. See you there. Steam the rice, dig a hole in the middle. Slice the salmon, blow fire on the top. Add teriyaki sauce, mayonnaise and avocado. Sear the sauce with fire, top with an hot spring egg and soy sauce.
Okay, cut.
Every ingredient in this salmon rice bowl can melt in your mouth. It's been 2 hours. Let's see if our watermelon jelly is fully set. To be honest, we thought it's going to taste disgusting. So I made a Yakult melon jelly drink as my plan B. Surprisingly, both of them were pretty and tasty. I will give them 9 out of 10 if you are going to make it. Put the white layer in the middle. It's going to be prettier. Looking forward to seeing your watermelon jelly. If you knew how to make egg tarts, will you still be single today?
Yeah.
They are basically sweet pudding filled in butter cookies. To make the pudding filling, you only need to mix egg, sugar, milk, cream in a big container. Keep it in the fridge for now. Then we need the softest butter in your life. Blend in powdered sugar. Then gradually blend in half egg in 3 times. Sift in cake flour, mix with a spatula, then with your right hand. Then you will get a very sticky dough. It's too sticky to be handled now. Cover with a plastic wrap. Roll it into SpongeBob. Keep in the freezer until it turns hard. Then you can roll it as flat as kage. Cut out some circles with a cookie cutter. Place them in tart shells. Somebody's hungry. Fill the wrappers with the pudding filling we just made. Be patient, Jimbo. We will need to bake them for 20 more minutes. Oh, you can't eat them anyway, but you learn. Hey yo, are you still eating ice cream during your period? Time to try our Asian girl's secret weapon. Warm brown sugar drinkable mochi. Mix milk, sugar, tapioca starch in a non-stick pot. Stir until dissolved. Now turn on medium-low heat. Then here comes 3 difficult steps. Stir, stir, and stir. Once it's sticky like this, transfer to a cup. Measurements on lower left corner. Finally, I can eat a crispy pork belly because I got my braces off. Boil the pork with ginger and green onion for 20 minutes. Poke 200 holes on the skin side. Make a simple marinade with barbecue seasoning, sugar, soy sauce, and sesame oil. Massage it over 5 sides of the pork belly. Make a box with foil to cover these sides. Apply white vinegar on the skin side. Keep in the fridge for 2 hours. Wipe off the marinade as much as you can. Sprinkle kosher salt or nothing at all on the skin side. Air fry or bake for 20 minutes. You can recycle the used salt for other dishes, which will add some pork flavor. Now swipe away if you have trypophobia. Somebody is still here. Then enjoy the bubbles. Don't eat it unless you have nice teeth. 2 large frozen tomatoes. How do you politely remind someone of your birthday? You can post a video of yourself making a birthday cake. Cut our homemade chiffon cake into 3 layers. Casually spread some heavy whipped cream. You can add gelatin to the cream to make it more stable, but I didn't because I'm pretty skillful, so I can do it anyway. Add a layer of strawberries or any other fruits you like. Spread the cream evenly, then add another layer of the cake. You may have noticed that I like to pipe the cream into a circle around the edge. Put the strawberry fillings inside the circle. In this way, the cake will look more clean on its sides. Put on the last layer of the cake. Spread the cream roughly evenly. Keep the cake in the freezer for now. Mix red and blue food coloring to make some purple cream. Borrow a cute toy from your childish friend. Pipe the purple cream over the frozen cake. I can never scrape a cake perfectly, but who cares? Nobody's perfect. This cake is homemade, fluffy and delicious, with fresh strawberry fillings and so many beautiful decorations. So, why choose to ignore all these good things and focus on the negative one? You know what I mean, right? Let's make some watermelon jelly. I know many people have made this before. Mine is going to be different. You can juice a watermelon with a hand mixer. Jimbo is waiting patiently because it's her favorite food. Strain the watermelon juice. Sprinkle some gelatin powder. Heat up the other half of the watermelon juice. Mix them together. Stir to combine. Pour the mixture back to the watermelon. Keep in the fridge for 1 hour. Meanwhile, make our second transparent layer with Sprite and sakura flowers. Let it cool down before adding it to the watermelon. I made a third layer with coconut milk. Let it firm in the fridge. Come back to see the result with me in 2 hours. It's mochi time! Who wants some pink peach mochi made with real peaches? First, peel about 5 peaches. Boil the skin in water to get its pink color. Then add peach cubes, sugar, and lemon juice. Stir and boil until thickened. Hide it for now. Blend 2 peaches into juice. Add in glutinous rice flour, cornstarch, and sugar. Now close your eyes. Nothing happened. Wow, so pink. You can steam, microwave, or pan fry the mixture. After about 10 minutes pan frying, you will get a pink pig ear. Cover it with food wrap. Cool down in the fridge. Apply some cooked glutinous rice flour to prevent sticky. Play for a while. Cut, then roll into discs. Lay the skin on a mochi mold. Fill it up with whipped cream and our homemade peach sauce. Close it up, then cut off the extra skin. Leave a mark with the back of a knife to make our mochi look more like a peach. Zucchini is 95% water. Let's call this dish pan-fried water. This dish reminds me of Kunturia all the time. You guys could be too young to know them. Sprinkle some salt on each side of the zucchini. It's $2.59, so marinate until $2.69. Now the zucchini is sweating. Wipe off the water on the surface. Put them into a bag with some flour. Now shake it up. Give the floured zucchini an egg bath. Pan fry each side for 1 to 2 minutes until light golden brown. Slowly add to favorite. Try it tomorrow. When you have no appetite, you can have some mango sticky rice. It's a dessert-like main dish. Warning, you may fall in love with me because I made it with regular rice.
Yes.
Soak the rice in warm water for 1 hour to make it sticky. Add in coconut milk, water, sugar, and salt to make it sweet. Tell your rice cooker it's just regular rice. Hehe, she believed it. Nicely sweet and sticky. Boil the rest of coconut milk with sugar, salt, and cornstarch water. I used coconut palm sugar, which I 100% regret. Yeah, this color just looks abnormal, but I found it tastier than the white one. Mix half of the coconut milk with rice, cut a sweet mango, drizzle with the rest of the coconut milk, and some sesame seeds. Strawberry cream puffs. Filled with custard cream and fresh strawberries. Mix softened butter, sugar powder, and cake flour into a dough. Apply a little bit of red food coloring. Place between parchment paper. Roll into a thin layer. Keep it in the freezer for now. Bring the water, butter, sugar mixture into a boil. Quickly stir in the cake flour. Cook for 2 minutes. Transfer out to cool down. Add in the eggs, little by little. Mix well and observe carefully. The pastry will fall down slowly, leaving a 2-inch triangle on the spatula. Type the pastry into small circles on a parchment paper. Cut the crackling layer into similar sized circles. Place them on the top of each dough. Send it to the oven to bake. Welcome to Missy's dumpling party. Blend 2 tomatoes into juice. Mix tomato juice and flour at a ratio of 1 to 2. Similarly, use the soup function to blend and cook pumpkin to get a yellow dough. Blend spinach to get a green dough. For the black dough, we can make some soy milk with black beans. Mr. He was having a headache behind me. He thought he had to wash 20 dishes after I'm done cooking. But I have nothing for him to wash this time. This blender from Joyoung can make vegan milk, cook soup, and even clean itself automatically after the blending job. You can find Joyoung's official TikTok for more recipes.
I like pink. Pink. Pink.
Oh my god.
Would you like an omelette that opens up? Let me show you my 100% success method. Then you will have one more survival skill than your silly siblings. Add salt and cornstarch milk to 3 eggs. Sift. When the oil is hot, add half of the egg mixture to stir fry until there's no liquid in the pan. Mix all the eggs. Stir until well combined. Pour the mixture back to the pot. Once the bottom is set, gently fold the 2 edges to the center. Flip the omelette and tilt the pan. When the open side of the omelette is cooked, You can roll the omelette back and forth like playing a water balloon. Serve it over fried rice with ketchup on the top. Who wants some Sakura mousse cake? Nobody? Oh, you want to make it by yourself. Crush some Biscoff cookies. Add in melted butter. Mix well. Transfer to the cake mold. Press firmly with a spoon. Keep in the fridge. Soak some Sakura. Dissolve gelatin powder in cold water. Melt over hot water bath. Mix well with strawberry flavor yogurt. Add in softly whipped cream. Optionally sift to get rid of any lumps. Smooth the surface, then keep in the fridge. Make the second layer with plain yogurt. Fill the gap to prevent leakage. I happened to have some lychees in the fridge, so I made my last Sakura layer into lychee flavor. Carefully pour the gelatin mixture on the top. Decorate with Sakura flowers. I'll mold with a hairdryer. Has your daddy tried bubble tea before? This coming Father's Day, let's surprise him with this luxury 6-topping homemade bubble tea. First, brew some tea in a kettle cooker. Add freeze distilled milk to make the bubble tea creamy instead of watery. Now, let's make my favorite topping, grass jelly. Dissolve grass jelly powder in cold water. Then add the mixture to boiling water. Boil and stir until sticky. Keep in the fridge overnight. Then cut into jiggly cubes. If you like creamy taro in your bubble tea, simply boil some taro cubes with a kettle cooker for 45 minutes. Add sugar to your taste. Of course, we are going to add a lot of bobas. You can also add mini mochis, coconut jelly, and red beans. Do you know what's your daddy's favorite topping? Since my daddy is not here, that lucky Mr. He will have it. Tricolor dango is Itachi's favorite food. Soak some Sakura in cold water for 15 minutes. Mash into puree. Knead the blah 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 ingredients into a dough. The recipe has the measurements. Divide the dough into 3 portions. Add Sakura and matcha powder. Knead the dough until well combined. Roll each color of the dough into 4 small balls. Boil until they are floating. Cool down in iced water. Put them on a skewer in order of green, white, and pink. Do you know the reason behind this order? Making lunch bento for my husband with half bag of leftover toasts. Who's like me? I like to use up everything in the fridge before I go for grocery shopping. That's why I have so many leftover food recipes. Brush some honey on our toast spring rolls. Air fry until golden and shiny. Today's dessert is made of toast, peanut butter, and banana. It's such an easy, lazy dessert. At least we can make it cute. Wow, so cute. It's a cheap and pretty workday lunch bento for my 336-month-old baby. If everything has to be sucked into a bagel, I hope it's a blueberry bagel. Mix defrosted blueberries with other ingredients to make a purple bagel dough. Rest the dough for 10 minutes. Roll them into 6 balls. Dig a hole in the middle. Spin it into a bagel. Proof the bagels at a warm place for 30 minutes. Add sugar to boiling water. Set a timer. Boil each side of the bagel for 30 seconds. Quickly put them on a parchment paper. Bake for about 20 minutes. Mix blueberry sauce with cream cheese. You will get blueberry cream cheese. My bagel has a belly button. Following this bagel recipe, you can make chewy blueberry bagels with all-purpose flour. Would you like something pink and sweet? Here's my homemade strawberry sweet one. Steam sweet rice for 40 minutes. Put strawberries on the top. Steam for 5 more minutes. Transfer to a super clean container. Add some cold water and mix well. Grind an yeast ball into powder. Once the rice feels like your body temperature, add the yeast powder and mix well. Press firmly and dig a hole in the middle. Sprinkle some yeast to lure the wine out. Keep it in a warm place for 2 days. Here comes a bumblebee on my balcony, which means it smells like flower, tastes like honey. Can you believe we can make this bacon cheeseburger without meat or bread? Use a cabbage to substitute buns. Trim the tofu into the size of cabbage. Shave eggplants into thin slices. Cook everything on a grill. I use the Tabasco honey barbecue sauce as the only seasoning for this burger. It's sticky sweet with a smoky finish. That's all I need for a cheeseburger. When the tofu is beautifully caramelized, toss a slice of cheese on the top. This is my long life husband burger with crispy, shiny eggplant bacon, finished with more Tabasco barbecue sauce. Leftover toast. Brush ketchup. Add cheese, pepperoni, or spinach. Roll it up. Cut into 4 pieces. Dip in the egg. Place tightly in a pan. Add cheese, pineapple, cheese. Cover with a lid. Cook over medium heat for 10 minutes. Cut into a heart. Tag me if you try. How often do you have leftover milk? Good news is that you can always freeze your expiring milk, then defrost it in the fridge whenever you need. Stop the distillation once you get half liquid, half ice. You can add fruits and honey to the ice to make some binso. What we really want is a creamy freeze distilled milk. Since we have removed so much boring water, the remaining sugars, proteins, and fats in the milk is going to make our latte taste so sweet, creamy, and interesting. Today, I made this super beautiful rainbow crepe cake. I like to make dessert when my husband is not home because time goes by fast when you make dessert. And I really like to surprise him. Divide the egg, sugar, cake flour mixture into 6 portions. You can make colorful milk with strawberries, blueberries, matcha powder, or food coloring and make them orange, pink, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Cook over medium-low heat until you can observe bubbles in the middle part of the crepe. Transfer out to cool down on a plate. It took me 1 hour to make 18 crepes. I trimmed the edge with a pot lid. Spread whipped cream between each layer of the crepe. Keep it in the freezer for half hour before decorating and cutting. Hehe, I hear the lock sound of Mr. His car. My followers asked for chocolate mousse. Let me try to make a jiggly wiggly one. Poke 2 egg yolks. Then add milk, heavy whipping cream, cornstarch, and sugar. Yes, I was cooking on my balcony, adding a taste of sunshine and wind to my chocolate mousse. Once it's thickened like yogurt, add in some dark chocolate. Turn off the heat and stir until smooth. Transfer the mixture to my piggy box. You won't be able to flatten the surface because I wasn't able to. Keep in the fridge overnight. Let the ugly side facing down. Ta-da! Dust some cocoa powder. Tuna onigiri, edamame onigiri, shiitake onigiri, nuts onigiri. Whatever you like to eat, you can make it into an onigiri. According to the book, wash the rice with a cat's paw. No tuna for her. Soak the rice in cold water for 30 minutes. Cook until fuwa. Bacon and asparagus onigiri is my favorite. Pan fry the rolls until crispy. Spread salt on wet hands. Take a portion of rice in one hand. Press a hole in the middle. Place the bacon rolls standing up in the middle of the onigiri. Wrap with nori like wrapping a baby. This cute cookbook has more than 30 onigiri recipes, which means Mr. He can have different onigiris for a month. Sakura is my favorite flower. Let's make some sakura tamagoyaki. Crack 4 eggs. Separate 1 egg white. Add sugar, salt, and cornstarch water. And add green onions to the egg white. Mix well. Take a slice of ham. Cut out some flowers and eat the rest. Use medium-low heat. Brush some oil and pour a thin layer of egg mixture. When it's not running anymore, roll it up and push to the side. Brush oil as needed. Repeat for 3 to 4 times. Lastly, put flour ham to the pan. Pour in the egg white mixture. Roll it up where it's not transparent anymore. Decorate with ketchup. Wanna go outside? Golden egg fried rice. Use your qi or gas to heat up the wok until smoking hot. Crack 3 eggs. Stir-fry the egg whites with 1 egg yolk until half cooked. Mix 2 egg yolks with leftover rice. Stir-fry with some vegetables. Fry until they start to dance. Season with salt, pepper, and chicken powder. Sprinkle green onions and mix well. Finished. Please try.
It's golden and tasty, but it's just egg fried rice. Why am I crying?
My mom is going to love this sweet rice wine. It's sweet like a dessert, low in alcohol, and super easy to make. You can make it for Mother's Day. Soak sweet rice overnight. Spread the rice evenly on a steamer. Poke some holes so it can be steamed faster. Steam for about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, boil some water and let it cool down. And don't forget to boil all the kitchen tools you are going to use later to kill the germs. The rice is ready when it turns transparent. Transfer the rice to a big pot. Let it cool. Now it's time to grind the yeast. They are most active at 85 Fahrenheit. They may die if it's hotter than 100 Fahrenheit. Add cold water to the rice and mix well. Add the yeast. Stir to combine. Transfer the rice to a boiled container. Dig a hole in the middle. Sprinkle some yeast in the hole. If your steamer doesn't have a yogurt function, you can also use a Dutch oven pot. Cover the pot with 2 layers of plastic wrap. Keep it warm in the oven or by the furnace. I have a fancy steamer. Let them ferment for 2 days. 3,000 minutes later, the plastic wrap should be bloating. The rice and the wine are both super sweet. If you sanitize everything carefully, you can store this homemade sweet rice wine in the fridge for up to 2 years. It's a great idea to keep it in a kimchi jar. Remember to seal the jar with water so it can stay good until next Mother's Day. Wow! 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 It's not slimy, it's warabi mochi. Boil brown sugar and water into brown sugar water. Mix water, sugar, and warabi starch. You can also use cornstarch, but it won't taste good. Stir and cook until half transparent. Cool down in iced water. Squeeze and pinch into small pieces. Coat with roasted soybean powder or matcha powder. Drizzle with brown sugar syrup. It's that time of the month. I need to make Mr. He some egg drop soup.
Yeah, I need comfort food too.
Measure some chicken stock or vegetable stock with your serving bowl so you won't make too much soup. Once simmering, stir in the cornstarch water. Use a spoon to drizzle the eggs into the boiling soup. I prefer large egg flowers, so I don't stir the soup until I add salt, white pepper, and sesame oil. Decorate with green onions. So what's your favorite comfort food for that time of the month? My ultimate creamy garlic mayo sauce is making every potato on this planet trembling. Marinate 24 potato wedges in salt and olive oil for half an hour. Drain the potato juice. Cut off a quarter of 2 garlics. Drizzle with olive oil, then cover with foil paper. Air fry the potato wedges with garlics at 390 degrees for 30 minutes. Pause to toss every 10 minutes, or you can bake in an oven at 425 degrees for 30 minutes. Squeeze out the garlic through the foil paper unless you hate your fingers. Squeeze some mayonnaise and some Daniel's seasoning. No other seasonings needed. Add some parsley and mix well. Aliens will come for this sauce. Add the potato wedges. Oops, Give it a try and let me know if you agree that tricolor dango is Itachi's favorite food. Soak some sakura in cold water for 15 minutes. Mash into puree. Knead the blah 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 ingredients into a dough. The recipe has the measurements. Divide the dough into 3 portions. Add sakura and matcha powder. Knead the dough until well combined. Roll each color of the dough into 4 small balls. Boil until they're floating. Cool down in iced water. Put them on a skewer in order of green, white, and pink. Do you know the reason behind this order? Making lunch bento for my husband with half bag of leftover toasts. Who's like me? I like to use up everything in the fridge before I go for grocery shopping. That's why I have so many leftover food recipes. Brush some honey on our toast spring rolls. Air fry until golden and shiny. Today's dessert is made of toast, peanut butter, and banana. It's such an easy, lazy dessert. At least we can make it cute. Wow, so cute. It's a cheap and pretty workday lunch bento for my 336-month-old baby.